Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. General Hospital sees that summer is about to be sizzling in Port Charles, and there are 3 huge front burner storylines that we're expecting to deliver some huge shockers. There's the upcoming wedding of Willow Tate, Catelyn McMullen, and Drew Kane Quartermain Cameron Matheson, if she does say yes. Plus, there's a baby that could be snatched soon and questions about whether somebody's big mouth is going to get them murdered. We're going to talk about 3 possible shockers that could be coming for these plots. Alright, so the top plot we have got to talk about is who is stalking Sasha Gilmore Sophia Matson and Michael Corinthos Rory Gibson new baby girl, little Daisy Gilmore. I'm saying Gilmore because I don't think they've said her last name will be that or Scorpio. I mean, I can't think it would be Corinthos since Sasha doesn't want Michael's name on the birth certificate. At any rate, baby Daisy. So, somebody scared Sasha when they pulled a baby swap stunt at General Hospital and sent her somebody else's newborn. Lucas Jones Van Hansis figured out what happened, but not who did it or why. Sasha, of course, freaked out when she was like, "That's not my baby." She knew right away. Give her full props for that. Unfortunately, after Lucas and Felicia Scorpio Christina Wagner explained things, Sasha chilled out. She thought it was just some kind of random little tiny mistake. So, now she's at home with little Daisy at the cues, and just told Michael she's going to raise their girl on her own. But realistically, Sasha should be worried, very worried, because somebody is stalking her little baby girl. And all of this might be foreshadowing, and I'm just left wondering if the little mix-up at Geach was part of a plan to steal the baby, only they didn't have time to run off with Sasha's newborn before the swap was discovered. Or maybe they were testing to see if Sasha would notice, maybe trying to scare her. So if somebody steals the kid, the question is, who is going to do it? Who's the stalker? My first thought is the kidnapper could be Sasha's con artist, Mama, Holly Sutton, Emma Sams. Maybe she wanted to steal her granddaughter to get her away from the Corinthos and the Quartermain families. Maybe it's even Robert Scorpio Tristan Rogers and Holly Emma Sams working together. Robert Tristan Rogers is no fan of Sonny Corinthos Maurice Bernard. Maybe he's horrified his daughter had a Corinthos spawn. You know, maybe the grandparents were planning to take the baby, then call and tell Sasha come meet them for a family reunion to get her away from Port Charles and those bad influences on their grandchild. Then again, it could be Jen's Sidwell Carlo Rhoda, because if you remember, he was eavesdropping and found out Sasha Sophia Matson was pregnant quite a while ago, like really early in her pregnancy, and then nothing was ever mentioned about it. But he has held her hostage before. He almost blew her up. He has that grudge against Holly, and he's got issues with Sonny. So maybe Sidwell wants to use that baby as part of his leverage scheme. This might be part of his plan to undermine Sonny by targeting his family. We found out this week the judge had been bribed to give full custody to Michael, and Sidwell was the one that paid off the judge. And then Michael said in a scene right after that little reveal how great it was to have all 3 of his kids under the same roof. Okay, Sidwell set up that situation, and you have to wonder why. So maybe little Daisy is not the only target. We could see Sidwell's henchmen snatching Wiley, Daisy, and Amelia and using them to force Sonny's hand to sell Sidwell the peers. Now, of course, we don't want Sasha's baby to be kidnapped, but it sure seems headed in that direction, and headed in that direction very soon. So, another huge thing coming this summer is probably going to be a wedding for Willow and her town pariah boyfriend, Drew. Now, right at the moment, Willow is considering Drew's proposal. She announces her decision as this week ends. Right now, as of when I'm taping this, she hasn't said whether she'll marry him or not. I'm betting Willow is going to say yes, but we'll see. Assuming Drew gets a yes, even if she says no initially, I don't think he's going to take no for an answer. So, I think ultimately the answer is going to be yes. And he talked about a quickie wedding. And he's already got the engagement ring. It's that Q family heirloom, the same one Michael put on Willow's finger so she can just recycle it when she swaps husbands. And Drew also mentioned they need to get married soon so they can fight for custody. Meanwhile, Curtis Ashford Donald Turner is hot on the trail of hooker Jacinda to bring her back to town to say that Drew willingly took the ketamine and is just a hard partying pervert. So, these two things could be on a collision course: matrimony and just mass lies. So, private investigator Felicia Scorpio Christina Wagner is on the case, searching for the missing prostitute. So, Curtis could be the one to bring Jacinda back with an assist from Felicia. And Michael would love to ruin Willow's wedding because nobody wants her around creepy crazy eyes Uncle Drew. So, will Curtis set it up so Jacinda, the prostitute, crashes Drew and Willow's wedding? Since Drew is a congressman, there could be reporters lurking outside the chapel, and Jacinda spilling all that tea even though she'd be lying would absolutely ruin Willow's wedding. Now, I will say Drew might still be able to convince Willow that he was set up, but Jacinda's statement would still ruin their wedding and his reputation, even if Willow sticks with Drew. So, blowing up that wedding is a super soapy way to make things get really exciting. It'd be a great summer shocker. Now, last, but definitely not least, is murder. Let's talk about murder. Sidwell may do a bad thing to his ex-wife Natalia Rogers Ramirez Eva LaRue. She could be collateral damage in the Sidwell versus Sonny battle. After that recent scene with Sidwell and Sonny, it's quite clear Sidwell will stop at nothing to get Sonny out of his way. Sidwell tried again to get Sonny to sell him the Piers. And then, when they had some back and forth, then Sidwell just got brutally honest and transparent about his plans and pretty much threatening. It was a very kind of villain monologue. He told Sonny to step down like a gentleman and let him rid poor Charles of, the violence of the drug scene down there and the mob scene, whatever. And then Sidwell promised he won't stop until Sonny's gone. Meanwhile, we've got Natalia in trouble for that DUI, and the DA wants her to give evidence on Sonny. So, I am fully expecting Marco Rios Adrian Oncondo to tell his dad Sidwell about this, especially after Marco and Lucas's talk about his parents and his mom Natalia's recent arrest. Sonny basically told Sidwell, "Take your money and shove it." So, Sidwell may come up with a harsher plan to get Sonny out of the way permanently. Plus, remember, Sidwell is no fan of his ex-wife, Natalia. Sidwell said she ripped their family apart, and the vibe I got was cheating. But apparently Natalia's had ongoing DUIs and addiction issues. So, it could be a combo of both the drinking and the cheating ruined their marriage. I'm personally team Sidwell on that issue. Sidwell also doesn't like how Natalia treated their son Marco when he came out. So my question is whether Sidwell decides to do a two birds, one stone thing and deal with Natalia and Sonny all at once. Right now, if Natalia gave up evidence on Sonny, he could still get away with it in court, or get a year or so behind Pentonville bars. That would help Sidwell a little. But a murder charge would send Sonny to prison for life. So, is Natalia about to die? Now, Marco was already worried about Natalia's safety after the DA was pushing her to take a deal, but Natalia insisted Sonny wouldn't hurt her, and she even warned him about Da Turner. But Marco's got that in his mind now. So, would Sidwell kill Natalia and frame Sonny? I mean, it would clear Sidwell's way completely, and he's got a judge on his payroll already. So, he could make sure Sonny's trial went the way he wanted, and he gets a life sentence out of the judge. Clearly, Sidwell has no problems killing women because he didn't hesitate about plotting to blow up Sasha, have Anna Devane Finola Hughes shot, and take down Holly too. And as I said, Sidwell doesn't like his ex-wife Natalia, so why not? And it would solve his Sonny problem. Plus, since Marco and the Diet both know Natalia was offered a deal to testify against Sonny, he would be the first suspect if Natalia turned up dead. Plus, poor Charles really doesn't need that woman. Let's be real. She was already horrible. And now she's got a DUI. I'm okay if they kill her. Wait to see if these summer sizzlers play out soon. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.